Coming up on today's episode of Airborne Unlimited, B-17 Aluminum Overcast is down for maintenance. Also, GA groups tell FAA of threat to flight training in limited category aircraft. And new FAA drone regs have taken effect. Happy Friday, everybody. You survived the work week. We have a great show for you ahead of the weekend. I'm your host, Kimberly Kay. For those of you looking to experience or even relive a little history, EAA has some bad news. Aluminum Overcast is down for maintenance. EAA says as part of a routine pre-flight inspection of the B-17 Aluminum Overcast in Florida last week, our teams discovered a fitting inside the wing that showed signs of fatigue. Following safety protocols, the airplane was grounded for a full flight inspection that determined that replacing the part was necessary. The on-site tour teams did an outstanding job at finding and correctly assessing the situation with safety as the first priority. Because of that, EAA's B-17 National Tour is on hiatus for the time being. The airplane will remain in Florida at this time until a repair schedule is finalized. EAA does not currently have a final timeline for those repairs, but will keep everyone updated as additional information becomes available. Refunds are being made available for all pre-booked passengers for tour stops and for EAA Airventure Oshkosh flights. After the break, we got some Oshkosh 2021 news. Details after these messages.
Well, hello, fellow pilot. I'm John King.
And I'm Martha King.
You know, we've all had our flying lives disrupted lately.
Well, King Schools is here to help you stay up to date with courses that you can access on your desktop, iPad, or iPhone. If you'd like a refresher or just want to expand your aviation horizons, we have a course for you.
So head over to kingschools.com/rusty today for details.
Aviation Safety Resources is disrupting the market for aircraft emergency parachute recovery systems. ASR systems are smaller, lighter weight, and offer longer repack cycles than similar products available in the current market. ASR has a recovery system available for every type of aircraft: sport, experimental, light sport, general aviation, urban air mobility, vertical takeoff and landing, electric propulsion, and unmanned aerial systems. Find the right product for your aircraft at aviationsafetyresources.com.
At Diamond Aircraft, innovation is in our DNA. Whether you're taking to the skies for training or business travel, every aircraft in Diamond's lineup features innovative technology, an industry-leading safety record, superior performance and efficiency, and a comfortable flying experience. No other company has pioneered as many aviation firsts, achieved more milestones, or received the same amount of industry praise as Diamond. Discover why Diamond Aircraft is one of the most trusted manufacturers in aviation at diamondaircraft.com.
Welcome back. With so much news coming out of the aviation industry, we're going to be summarizing some other interesting stories in a brief segment we call Around the Patch. So let's go ahead and start with, there are several important FAA-approved changes in the EAA Airventure Oshkosh 2021 NOTAM. This is for EAA's 68th Flying Convention on July 26 until August 1st in Oshkosh. These changes are based on pilot feedback and FAA review of arrival procedure recommendations. The NOTAM outlined procedures for the many types of aircraft that fly to Oshkosh for the event, as well as aircraft that land at nearby airports. The NOTAM was designed by the FAA to assist pilots in their EAA Airventure flight planning. Unmanned K-MAX Titan takes its first flight. Cayman has conducted the first flight of its new unmanned helicopter, the K-MAX Titan, a heavy lift unmanned helicopter for the commercial market. K-MAX Titan focuses on enabling safety and operational efficiency and increasing future mission capabilities in any location and any type of weather. Concurrent with commercial development, Cayman is working with the U.S. Marine Corps on upgrading the autonomous capabilities of their two USMC K-MAX air vehicles through a funded government contract. Flight testing is expected to start in May of this year. The Coast Guard rescued one person near Key Largo after his kayak capsized on Tuesday. The person rescued was 34-year-old Chris Hogan. Watchstanders receive a phone call stating a kayaker in the vicinity of Key Largo was in distress after his kayak capsized. A Coast Guard Air Station Miami MH-65 Dolphin helicopter crew flew to assist the kayaker. Once on scene, the Dolphin Air crew hoisted Hogan and safely transferred him to shore. New Nbaa accreditation certifies leadership in sustainable flight operations. Nbaa has released a new accreditation program that is intended to serve as an industry standard for validating leadership in sustainable flight operations across a host of key domains. As companies increasingly emphasize sustainability as an overall objective, the Nbaa Sustainable Flight Department Accreditation Program offers a way for flight departments and others to demonstrate leadership in sustainability. Well, that does it for today's trip around the Pat. Now let's return to the rest of the news. GA groups tell FAA of threat to flight training in limited category aircraft. The fallout from a recent court decision regarding compensated flight training in limited category aircraft threatens the ability to train and maintain proficiency in a broad spectrum of aircraft, according to a letter sent by several general aviation groups to the FAA. The letter noted that April 3rd judgment issued by the D.C. Court of Appeals in the Warbird Adventures, Inc. versus FAA case has created significant confusion and concern in the aviation community regarding the impact of the decision on compensated flight training. In its ruling, the court declined to lift a cease and desist order issued by the FAA against Warbird Adventures of Kissimmee, Florida. The judgment concluded that Warbird Adventures was operating a limited category aircraft for compensated flight training without a required exemption. Unfortunately, the court went further and stated that the flight instructor who receives compensation for flight instruction is carrying persons for compensation or higher. This occurred in the form of an unpublished opinion, meaning the court did not see precedential value in the ruling, but the FAA could cite the decision as precedent in future cases. The court ruling suggests that any compensated training in limited category aircraft, whether or not the use of the aircraft is compensated by the student, requires an exemption. This could potentially prevent aircraft owners from training in their own aircraft. After these messages, new FAA drone regulations are in effect. Details after the break.
When adventure is calling, the Bory by Aero Volga is the plane you need to answer the call. Bory's composite design is simple, reliable, and economical, with impressive performance and no gimmicks. Designed for the wilderness and proven durability in a flight around the Arctic Circle, the Bory has what it takes to handle your next adventure. Featuring 2 large cargo compartments, a comfortable modern cockpit, and a Rotax 912 power plant, the Bory Amphibian is now available in Canada. Experience the Bory for yourself at flightsimple.com.
We spent days flying and burning fuel and experiencing the new Swift fuel. I'm pretty dang impressed. I mean, to come out with a high octane replacement fuel with no lead, that's a tall order. If they continue to go the way they're going, Swift fuel will have a replacement fuel of the market. It's better for the environment. It's cleaner on your engine. That's a game changer.
Welcome back. Final rules have taken effect for remotely identifying drones and allowing operations of small drones to fly over people and at night under certain conditions. The remote identification rule provides for identifying drones in flight and the location of their control stations, reducing the risk of them interfering with other aircraft or posing a risk to people and property on the ground. The rule provides crucial information to our national security and law enforcement partners and other agencies charged with ensuring public safety. It applies to all drones that require FAA registration. The Operations Over People rule applies to pilots who fly under Part 107 of the Federal Aviation Regulations. Under this rule, the ability to fly over people and over moving vehicles varies depending on the level of risk a small drone poses to people on the ground. Additionally, this rule allows operations at night under certain conditions provided pilots complete certain training or pass knowledge tests. We are excited to announce that Airborne Unlimited has been shortlisted to win the People's Telly Award, but we need your help to win. Voting ends tonight, so go to the website you see on your screen and search for ANN and cast your votes today. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.